Hello and welcome to Something Good. I'm your host, Isabella Ragazzi, and this is our co-host, Cade. Today we are going to be discussing a few heartwarming stories. You see, from America to China to Italy, the spirits of everyone seem to be quite low. So, today it's my job to raise them. You ready, Cade? Roll that intro. Story today is one that I'd have to say is my favorite. What do you think, Kate? I think he agrees. You see, in Brooklyn, New York, a man named Jeffrey Cohen, a professional photographer, was sitting on his balcony when he noticed a beautiful woman that he would later find out the name of was Tori, dancing on her roof of the building across the way. So what does he do? With his quick thinking, he grabs his drone, writes down his phone number and says, "Call me," on a little note, and attaches it to this drone and sends it over to her. She receives it and immediately texts him. Here's a picture of the texts. So they agreed to go on a date. And I'm sure you're asking, as Tori was as well, how do you go on a date in quarantine? Well, it's easy. So the two set up separate dining areas on his balcony, Tori on the roof, and they each had matching microwave dinner. And they FaceTimed while on their respective quarantine areas. Next, Jeffrey had his greatest romantic gesture thought out. He blew up a giant hamster ball and stepped inside with a bouquet of flowers and went to go visit Tori. They went on a walk and everyone admired them. Now, many people are doing fan art of them, and here's a few of my favorites. His entire story is cataloged on Instagram. This next story is sure to get to you. It sure got to me. Even Cade thought it was heartwarming. Isn't that right? Yeah. So, in a little town, much like your own probably, lived two little girls, both 6 years old, Ava and Sienna. Both little girls were cooped up inside and fed up with this quarantine, as I'm sure many of you are. Well, little Sienna had a wonderful idea when she saw Ava's dog walking by. On a note, she wrote, "Ava, I know we can't see each other now, but we can still send messages through Nugget," that's the dog's name. "I don't know why, but dogs don't carry viruses. I know, right? Can you please send me a message back so I know that you're alive? From Sienna. P.S. COVID-19 will eventually go away and everything will be okay." Absolutely heartwarming, isn't it? Well, it made little Ava's day, and of course, she sent her a letter back. What a beautiful story. Makes you want to send out your own dogs to your friends. Isn't that right, Cade? Would you carry a message for me? I think that's a no. He's a pretty sleepy pup. This last story hits a little closer to home. So in my house, to bring back the normalcy of things and raise our spirits and the spirits of others, we have been making dinners as well as we can, trying not to eat out, and alternating who gets to decide what we eat and who makes the dinner. I made chicken and rice, and my brother made chicken. We like chicken. My parents haven't had their turn yet, because I mean, technically my mom makes dinner almost every other night. But we've had spaghetti and steak. We like our homemade meals here. But another thing I've been doing, because I like to cook and I like to bake, is I made some bread. And I made several loaves, and I was going to give it to anyone who needed bread. However, I haven't had anyone reach out to me saying they needed bread yet. But once someone does, I'll have loaves for them. I'll tell them when to expect it. And I'll bring them some loaves of bread. It'll be wonderful. Another thing that we've been doing is going outside and enjoying the nature. Being outside warms your heart from the outside in, unlike what the coronavirus is doing. So I planted an herb garden, and I started a uplifting Instagram page, because I previously refused to have social media of that type. But I thought I could make an Instagram page that is strictly to the aesthetic of nature and beauty and baking and things like that. So that's what I've been doing. I think it makes me happy, and I'm trying to make others happy. So that's the end of our stories. What do you think, Mr. Cade? I think this has been a successful time.
My name is Pinky, and I'm gonna wish you all a happy day and a good time and a good life. And I'm going to sleep. Good night.
One last thing before we go. I hope this show has put a smile on your face and a warmth in your heart. And I hope you think of something good. See you next time. This has been Isabella Ragazzi and Cade with something good. Ta-ta for now.